Welcome back to the feature presentation where movies and music meet. I'm your host, Finale, and for today's feature, we have Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. This one got a lot to unpack, so I don't know where I'm gonna go. I don't know where this is gonna go. I don't know where the universe is gonna go because every Spider-Man imaginable showed up in this. This will be a spoiler review because the movie is out. So, I don't know what you're waiting for. Go see it if you haven't. And if you don't plan on seeing it, make sure you go see it. Bring your kids, bring your girl, bring your confidant, bring your partner, whatever it is, your mother, your father, your niece, your nephew, your uncle, your cousin of a cousin of a cousin, your fourth removed, doesn't matter. All variants of yourself, all variants of your family members, go watch the movie. Now, this movie was bonkers. I'm hard-pressed to say it might be one of the best Spider-Man movies ever made. It is heavily influenced from many comics. They pulled a lot from different variants and versions of the comics. But if you are not a comic book nerd, I am not. I just know surface-level stuff. But I like to play detective when it comes to movies, so I look deep into stuff, and I like to know what I'm talking about. Out of all the variants, my favorite was the T-Rex, was Spider-Rex. Yes, there is a Spider-Man version dinosaur. It is literally a T-Rex. Now, people that are Jurassic Park fans, if they have the game Jurassic World Dominion, there's a Spider-Man T-Rex in there. So, for you guys, they showed love. And the meme, him was definitely in it. I'm sure you probably seen it on the trailers. If you didn't see the trailers, it's in there. They go hard for the Spider-Man fans. They go hard. I think they pull from the games too. There's a lot going on. Now, keep your eyes open, all right? There's so much going on. It is opening up not only the multiverse, they tap into the multi-dimensional plane because you have Marvel, the MCU, you have Sony. So this is why you see characters that are owned by Sony in Marvel movies and vice versa, because not only is there these multiverse inside the universe like of Marvel, there's pocket dimensions, and that's what it seems like they're leaning to, where Sony is a pocket dimension. So now you have people crossing dimensional planes. In this movie, the types of variants that they show it all. Real quick, you can see Tom Holland's MCU Spider-Man, the Iron Spider. You can see it. Like, you see it real quick because the Spider-Men, they have their own version of MCU's TVA where they're watching the multiverse, or in this universe, it's called the Spider-Verse. It's actually not called that. The Spider-Man 2099 has a whole other name. I'm not even going to try to repeat it. It is like 7 words. It is very complicated. Miles Morales came with a better one, the Spider-Verse. So that's what it's going to be called. You have the MCU multiverse. You have the Sony Spider-Verse. The Iron Spider shows up. You see Venom. Now you don't see Venom, but the antagonist in the movie, Spot, he pops up because he can travel through the multiverse or the multi-dimensional verse or whatever they're going to end up calling it. They have not said a name of this yet. Pops up in a scene at the store clerk in the Venom movie. The Asian lady. It's like just looking at him, and he's like, "You don't look surprised at this at all. You must be used to seeing strange things." And she just looks at him as the crowd would know she's seen Venom before. So you have Tobey Maguire reference Spider-Man. You have Andrew Garfield reference of Spider-Man. So right now they're showing you that they're pulling in everything. And the fact that they showed up in the MCU, now they showed up in the Sony's version, the universe, they're going to close all the gaps and bring everybody in. Everybody. Now, that's what I think is going to happen, because in this film, they are traveling through the multiverse with a device on the wrist, which immediately gave me Deadpool vibes, because he snatched a wrist time traveling thing from Cable and he was traveling through time. So they're going to bring everything together. Now, there is something they did in here. I am not going to travel down this rabbit hole too deep, but keep an eye out if you haven't. And if you did see this movie and you missed it, I'm going to put you on the game right now. So Donald Glover, which is known in the hip hop world as Childish Gambino, he showed up in the Tom Holland's first Spider-Man in the MCU, Homecoming, right? He was selling stuff, illegal stuff. And Spider-Man was one of his first busts. He made a reference to his nephew, who is Miles Morales. In this movie, the Spider men, their whole in their little pocket reality where they're overseeing the Spider-Verse, they have these like amber prisons where they keep everybody in. And he's inside one of them, but he's inside as the Prowler, which he didn't become the Prowler in the MCU. He became the Prowler. His variant became a Prowler in another, universe. So not only did he make a reference to Miles Morales in the MCU, he's his uncle in the first Into the Spider-Verse movie. How deep this rabbit hole goes with the Childish Gambino, Donald Glover character. He's arrested as the Prowler. In the Tom Holland MCU, he didn't become the Prowler, but he made a reference to Miles Morales. Miles Morales in the movie Into the Spider-Verse, his uncle was the Prowler. So it becomes real mind-boggling when you think about it, the reference of this. And it goes a little deeper, but I'm not going to go into it. There's a lot to unpack and there's a lot to take into this movie. It's very colorful. It does start a little slow, but then it when it takes off, it takes off. But they were building it up. It's humorous. It's fun. It's action-packed. I didn't feel like I was watching an animated movie. The way it was shot, it didn't feel like I was watching a child's movie, an animated movie, a cartoon. I felt like I was watching a real movie. Now, just go watch it. There's really not really much to give away, but all the different Spider-Men. They're still building. It seems like they're gonna take this and run with it. It definitely leaves you on the most illest cliffhanger. Like they leave you dangling on a pinky from 1,000 feet in the air. It's just like, yeah, you know what? Go home and wait. I think the next one is coming out next year, so we don't gotta wait too long. Now I'm gonna go into my slating, right? For the plot. The plot was good. The plot was spot on. I mean, it stuck to it. It's building on the first movie. It's building for the next movie. It feels like a perfect second installment. It's very rare to see a second installment better than the first one, in my opinion. It's better than the first one. It's more entertaining. It's more fun to watch. And I have to watch it a couple more times to study it some more. So for the plot, I'm going to give an even 3 slates. For the pace, again, like I said, to me, that's where it fell a little short because the beginning was very slow and then it just ended up going into 5th gear. So for that, it wasn't bad. It just, it was a little like that. So I'll give it 3 slates for that. But this rest is where it kicks off. I mean, performance, they're cartoons, right? So, I mean, come on. Who's really performing here? But anyways, they did perform. Everybody performed. The digital creators and the vocal artists, they all did their thing, all right? So I'm going to give it 4 slates on the performance. If you can give a cartoon a Grammy, I believe Gwenom and Miles Morales deserve a Grammy for this. For atmosphere, man, this is where they rang off. Atmosphere rang off. It's when I say it's very colorful, it's so colorful. A couple times when I was watching it, I thought it was supposed to be a 3D movie. I thought we were supposed to be watching a 3D movie. So I was looking around and asking, did I forget my glasses? Because there's so much going on. If you have epilepsy, be warned. If you take something to take you on a trip, you are in for a treat. I will give the atmosphere 4 slates. And for the cinematography, again, it is a cartoon. It's animated. So it's very, I don't want to say it's difficult, but it's a little strange to, slate a cartoon cinematography, an animation cinematography. But again, they do put in work at the end of the day. And the transitions, the edits and stuff like that. So yeah, for that, they get a good 4. The digital crew put a lot of work into it. So overall, Across the Spider-Verse gets a concrete 4 slates. Now, I'm going to go watch it a couple more times and let's see if the label sticks. I do have quite of a spoiler to give you. I'm going to save you the wait that I had to do and let you know that there is no after credit scene. No. So, clean up your mess, make the workers at the theater's job easier, throw everything in the garbage, and just go. All right? There's no after credit scene. Don't sit around and wait. You will be trolled. For the feature presentation, finale, out.